There was once a young girl. She saw on the rose plant of her garden a cocoon. She was so excited, the caterpillar had bound himself up in the cocoon to transform himself into a butterfly. And this girl was excited, I will see the butterfly emerging from this cocoon. Morning when she would go to school, evening when she would return, she would take a look. Has the butterfly started emerging? Many days went by. Finally, there was a dot. The cocoon had started tearing apart. Now, by the hour, she would watch it, and the head of the butterfly started emerging. The girl was delighted to see this phenomenon of nature, life bursting forth in its beauty. The butterfly had poked half its body out. Now the struggle began. It was trying to dislodge its stomach from there, but the stomach was all swollen, and the tear in the cocoon was not big enough, so it was half stuck in, half out, and the cocoon was bobbing up and down. This girl, seeing the struggle of the butterfly, felt pity. The girl said, "Let me help it out." The girl took a pair of scissors and cut the cocoon into two. I have released this butterfly, done my good deed of the day. The girl thought the butterfly will soar up into the air with its wonderful, colorful wings, but it was shocked to see that the butterfly fell flat onto the ground. And the bird further saw that the stomach was all swollen up, and the butterfly's wings were shriveled down. The girl thought this must be a temporary thing, and slowly the stomach will come to size and the wings will fill up. But it was never to be. The girl did not know. It was in the struggle, as the butterfly endeavored to pull its stomach out, that the fluid from the stomach would have been pushed to the wings. Without that struggle, the butterfly would never fly the same. Similarly, God places struggles in our path, not to press us down, but to fill our wings, to prepare us for the flight ahead, to help us learn to fly gracefully and serenely. But we wish to find somebody who can use those scissors to cut away our struggles and lead a life without any struggles, without realizing that that is not the pathway to progress. If you wish to have progress, you don't deliberately bring struggles in your life, but have faith in God. He will make the arrangements. When He does, don't panic. Don't become worried. Understand it's God's way of pushing you forward. Just like there's a recession going on in America, this is God's way. You know how is it God's way? Everything has been tried, but the recession doesn't get lifted. In 2009, I was about to come to America. Kripaluji Maharaj's instructions, you start preaching in America. So I had planned a 4-month tour. And I was with him in Holi. The Holi festival in Mangar. I was pressing his feet. At that time, he was 87 years old. So why should he be interested in American politics? But all of a sudden, he looked at me and he said, America ki halat kharab hai. America is in a bad situation. Obama is trying stimulus after stimulus, but nothing is working. He said, जब भगवान नहीं चाहता, when God doesn't want it to work, what can human beings do? I said, God doesn't want it to work. God doesn't want America to be prosperous. Why not? Well, He's got a grand scheme of things. He may have felt that it has reached its enough prosperity as is required for maintaining the body, 2 rotis to eat and a bed to sleep. Now they must progress spiritually. Otherwise they will forget me and just keep going to Las Vegas and Disneyland. Let me enhance the material difficulty which will help them understand the world is not my goal. Spiritual growth is my goal in life. So it's possible, it's for the greater good of the people that God in His divine wisdom has arranged it. So life is this continuous process of growth over a continuum of infinite lifetimes as the soul journeys to that ultimate destination of God realization, self-realization, enlightenment. We are all on that path.